Hello everyone, welcome to Keto Living. As I adjust my camera, sorry. So today, I'm actually filming this on the weekend because I'm having a big crowd over for breakfast. And I thought I would show you a new breakfast recipe that I have come up with. It's called a sausage and gravy breakfast casserole. And it does sound yum, and it is yum. So, you know, when we're doing keto, we're always trying to get the right amount of fats and stuff. And sometimes, let's face it, you just don't want to start your day off with bulletproof coffee and that's it. So, and I love sausage and gravy, but we always have to put it on a biscuit because, you know, it tastes better on a biscuit. Especially if you're in the South, you grew up with sausage and biscuits. So today I created a recipe that you don't have to have the biscuit and it is still mouth-watering good. So let me put you down here and we'll get started. Okay, so what we have here is I have 8 sausage patties that I have fried already. I have a cup of shredded cheddar and a cup of shredded Gruyere cheese. And those are wonderful breakfast cheese. I have a dozen eggs already cracked, and of course I have my Philadelphia cream cheese, a whole 8-ounce block. I also have heavy whipping cream. And then on my stove right now, I have a pound of sausage that is browning, and I will be draining the fat off of that because we don't want it too fat, obviously. And then when we get ready for that portion, I'll show you what to do. So right now, the only thing I'm going to do is beat up our eggs, and I always poke the yolks because it makes it harder to beat up, easier to beat up, excuse me. Can't talk. So I'm just going to beat these up. And we are actually going to scramble these, but we're not going to scramble them completely done. I know, don't panic. They will cook. This is going into the oven. But you don't want to overcook your eggs. That's not good. Sorry. I thought I had my salt and pepper out and I didn't. So we're just going to add some pepper to this. And we're going to add some salt. Beat this up a little bit. And then to make our eggs light and fluffy, I'm just going to add in a little bit of heavy cream. Not going to measure it, just about 2 or 3 tablespoons. Okay, so these are going to go on the stove and get ready to scramble in a minute. Now, I have my sausage all browned, and so we're going to drain that off of there. Okay, so I brought you over to the stove, and we're going to start making our gravy. And I drained all the fat off of the sausage because you do not want to have so much grease in there. It'll make your sausage gravy really yucky when you put it in the oven, so we drained that all off. Now, you are going to get your fat from this. We are getting ready to put a whole 8-ounce block of cream cheese in here. I know, don't panic. This serves about 12, when you get 12 to 14 servings out of this, so don't panic. It is a whole block of cream cheese. Oh, but that yummy goodness. And I'm just going to try to mix this in here a little bit. It'll get soft in a minute. I didn't even soften my cream cheese. I mean, it's going in a hot pan. It will soften itself up. If you want to soften it up, it'll take you just a less minute or two to get into your gravy, I mean your sausage, but it's really up to you. I usually do, but I forgot to pull it out, so there we go. Now we're just going to put that in there and let that start melting with the sausage. And then we're going to put in some heavy cream. We're going to put a whole cup. And I don't have a cup in here. I have about 3 tablespoons right there. So I'm going to put a little bit more, obviously. And y'all, I just kind of guess about what maybe a cup might look like. Obviously, you can measure it if you want to. But I've made this sausage gravy many times, and I love. This was one of the first things that I came up with, and I eat it sometimes on scrambled eggs, and of course my keto biscuits. But it's just good on anything. Okay, so this is going to thicken up. Now remember, it's not, you cannot boil heavy cream, and there's no exception with this. It does not need to boil. It just needs to come to a simmer, and then while the eggs are cooking, I'll put it on low, but the cream cheese is still melting in it, and boy, does that look mouth-watering good though. I have not added salt or pepper to it yet because I wanted to check it, because the sausage is a little salty, and I just wanted to make sure that I don't add too much salt in it. And if it gets too thick, obviously you can add some more heavy whipping cream. And if it's not thick enough, remember you can add about a teaspoon of xantham gum, and that will pull it all together for you. But I think this is looking perfect. I don't think we need any xantham gum here. So what I'm going to do is swap pans out. I'm going to put this burner on the back burner on low. And swap this burner out for my eggs, and we'll get everything done, and then I'll show you how we put it all together. Okay, so I'm going to swap pans out, and we are going to add just a touch of butter in our egg pan. Although I did spray it with some cooking spray, I just want to add just a little touch of butter. So make sure I get all the paper off of it. I'm famous for not doing that. Okay. And our gravy is looking fantastic. It's sitting over here, it's staying warm. And I'm just going to twirl the butter around in the pan. And I had this sitting on about medium, because you don't want to just fry your eggs. I like to cook my scrambled eggs really slow. But remember, we're not going to cook these quite all the way done, because by the time I get them in a bowl and put them in the thing, they've already cooked some more on their own. And this is a big old pan of scrambled eggs, guys. Just going to pour that in there like that. And then I'm just going to start normally I wouldn't mess with my eggs too much if I'm just doing regular scrambled eggs, but I don't want these to get browned. I just want to be nice fluffy eggs. So when they get about the right, the way that they should be, I'll come back and let you see them. Okay guys, so this is what the eggs should look like. They're firm, but they're still wet. And the reason we want them that way is so that they're going to continue to cook while they're in the oven, and we don't want them overcooked. Okay, so we got everything over here, and we're going to start putting this together. So the first thing I'm going to do, now, let me just say this. If you are not interested in keto, or you have no interest in keto whatsoever, but you just came on here to see what sausage gravy casserole looks like, let me explain how you can put biscuits at the bottom of your casserole and then put your sausage patties on. That's not keto for us, though. So basically, I'm going to take the sausage patties that I cooked, and I did not cook enough, but you know, they don't really have to be all over. Just sort of spread them out throughout the pan. Just give it something down there, a little something to go with. Alright. Then we're going to take our scrambled eggs that are not completely done yet. I mean, they're firm, and you can see that they're firm. And we're going to put them in our casserole dish, because they will firm up, guys, and they're going to finish cooking in the oven. There's a big dish of scrambled eggs here. I'm just going to spread those out amongst the sausage patty, break them up a little bit. And by the way, I did spray my pan with cooking spray. And then I'm going to take about half of the cheese and put it on top of the eggs. And spread that out. If you want more, you can add more. But this just works out about good, right for me. I have friends back here that are waiting on this breakfast casserole, but they won't come say hi on camera, so. Oh, well, I shouldn't let them eat, should I? Okay, and now we're just going to bring in the lusciousness. The sausage gravy. We're just going to go pour that right on top. Y'all, my mouth is watering. So these are my friends who like to test new recipes out. And this is, like I said, this is a new recipe for me. I've not done this before. I did test it out on a smaller scale, but oh, smells so good in here. Now, if you don't like pork sausage or you can't eat pork, you can always make this with turkey sausage. But I would not make it with the leanest kind. I would have some fat in it. Okay, we're going to smooth that out like so. See if I can get some more off the pan. Okay. And then we're going to take the rest of our, yes, more cheese, and sprinkle it on top. This just kind of helps the sausage from getting burnt. It was my experience anyway. Then you're going to pop this in the oven just until the cheese melts at 350 degrees. And then the last 5 minutes I will put it on broil to brown the cheese. And then I'll be back and show you what it all looks like. Okay guys, here it is. And everybody's oohing and ahhing, and they had to come look first. I swear I can't get these people to get on camera for anything. Anyway, so you're supposed to typically let it sit for a few minutes so it can congeal. They're saying cut it. So, but I do want to taste it for you. So I just have a little tiny plate, and I'm just going to get a little bit. And you see how nice it sets up? And I didn't let this sit at all. So, you know, the first piece is going to be ugly coming out. Oops, and it is, but it does set up very nice. And, oh. Let me set the camera back up here. There we go. See all my crafty mess over there? I've been doing videos all day. All right. So there we are. There's our casserole. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm going to cut into it. Get a little bit of everything. You guys sure you don't want to come over here and try it out? No. Oh my stars, that is so good. Had to get a little coffee beverage there to wash it down. That is really, really good. So I hope you will give this a try. It is not something I typically would eat every day. It is high in fat, but there again, keto diet is high in fat. Like I said, you don't have to use pork sausage. You may use turkey sausage in this, or whatever sausage you want. Also, just a word of caution. What I realized was when I put my casserole in the oven was that I had a glass dish. You cannot put your stove on broil when you have a glass dish. It will break it. So what I did was, in the last 10 minutes of cooking time, after the cheese sort of was getting melty a little bit and started bubbling, I turned the oven up to 375 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then it came out perfect. So, as always, the recipe will be below in the description box. And I hope you enjoy the recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. If you do, go on over to Crafts and More with Donna Jackson's Facebook group and post a pic of your dish. Or if you do videos, feel free to show us a video of your recreation of this dish. And if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so by hitting that little subscribe button up there. Stop, they're laughing at me. Hitting the subscribe button up there. And don't forget to tap the bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. Keto Living is not the only video that I do. I have videos throughout the week. On usually Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Sometimes on Wednesdays. Alright, thank you again. And I will see you all again. Bon appetit.